And we are back on WCEGWOOD The Hollywood of the South. If you missed the first half, we had the ladies of Holy Seduction in here with my co-host Michele Elliott. Man, it was a very interesting conversation. We touched on some stuff with the church, you know, and ladies' opinions on dating and stuff within the church, and you know, we focused on, you know, the characters and what the character portrays in the play. It's going to be a very interesting play. So if you are listening and you want to be a part of this play, listen very closely, because we're gonna ask a question. We're giving away free tickets. And Michele has a couple of questions she's going to ask. If you can call in and answer one of the questions, you get a pair of tickets for you plus one. So, and the play will be on February the 14th at the Port of Sanford. Before we get to the guys of the play, I want to talk about a few entertainment news. Shout out to Charlotte Nebreeze, I think it's Nebreeze, who is 11 years old and is the first black lead in NYC's ballet, The Nutcracker. I have to give her a shout out. She, you know, yes. You know, we making waves. You know what I mean?
Literally in the footsteps of Misty Copeland.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that was, and from what I understand when I read the article, that was one of her icons. Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
wow.
And she's just 11, you know, doing the Nutcracker. So that's an amazing thing. And the interesting thing about that play is that the entire lead cast is diverse. So I think the lead guy who plays her prince is mixed with Chinese.
Okay.
And so, and it's I think enough
diversity.
Yes. Yeah. So that I have to.
Good news. Right.
Somebody got smart. You know what I mean? Because, you know, Broadway has always been a predominantly white theater. You know, and now they're bringing in a lot of black people. You know, and I'm just very excited about it. Not only her, but shout out, there's a black mother and daughter who made headway on Broadway. They made history. Miss LaChance is the mother, and she stars as the ghost of Christmas Present in A Christmas Carol on Broadway. And her daughter, Celia Rose Gooding, is making her debut starring as Frankie in Jagged Little Pill. They're the first mother and daughter duo to perform in Broadway at the same time. So that is an amazing history maker right there.
Yes, it is.
And they have a long, you know, it's a lot of stuff that they went through. They talk about a lot of the diversity and the obstacles they had to go through to be on Broadway. Right. You know, it's not, you know, we can't just go and audition and think we're going to get on there. Like, as black people, we always have to do a little bit more. A little bit.
Oh, you can't
look, don't talk yet. Don't talk yet. We gonna get to you. I can see now how this is gonna go with you. I can see. And
but we're in the performing arts world. It's not easy to just like you can't just wake up and want to.
Right. You know, Broadway is it's in theater. Broadway is the highest level.
That's right.
For most people.
It's the Oscar.
It's the Oscar, yeah.
Of the theater world.
Of the theater world, yeah. To make it to Broadway. And, you know, you make it there, man. That's some clap for you. You know what I mean? Now, on that note, I went to see a movie this past week. And that movie I saw was The Queen and Slim.
What you think about it? What you think about it, Brother Wardell?
Listen, that's probably one of the best movies I've seen in a while. It's really, really hard because I'm a director, producer. I've done several movies, working on movies in LA and stuff right now. And I'm telling you, it's hard to get to me, to make me feel something, because I'm looking at everything that's wrong. You know, that's the first thing. So for me, when I saw it, I'm just like, okay, you know, this is pretty good. And then by the end, I'm bawling, like literally. Like that movie just touched me in a way, you know what I'm saying? And you know, and if anybody don't know what the movie is about, you know, because this is showed in the commercial, so I can say this part. A couple
on their way home.
Yeah, on the way home, got pulled over and shot a police officer in self-defense. The journey they go through after that is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And it's a 2-hour and 12-minute movie. But I was like on the edge of my seat all the way through.
That's what everybody's been saying. I can't wait to see it. Can we just give a shout out to Lena Waithe? Because now that I'm probably like, for her to write the screenplay for that. But then when we talk about being in the performing arts world, and then me, being an actor and then also a writer, but then stepping into the director's chair, I've been watching her interviews, man, and all it's just the phenomenal knowledge she's been giving. Because how do you even know when you go into the room with some of these execs? How do you even know what to ask for? Exactly. Some of us don't even know, and she's like, you know what? I'm going in there saying that I want final cut. I will give you. They went back and forth about whether or not they were going to do any test runs of it. She's like, I'll do one test audience, but I'm not changing one thing based on the feedback from this audience. I mean, there were certain things that she went into the table asking for, and she got what she asked for. How about that? That's a boss move right there. That's like and in the industry, I think a lot of people don't know what they can and can't do. They don't know the threshold of being an actor. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I think when people get into this business, they just like, ooh, I can act. And that's all that goes with it. When I went to the ABF, the Miami, down in Miami.
No, the one in California.
Okay.
The American, if you don't know what that is, that's the American Film Market. I think every actor should go there at least one time. That's where every distribution film company from all over the world are in one place at one time. Mm-hmm. And they're all looking for a certain type of movie. And what's funny is, okay, we got to call in. This is, okay, I can answer. You're on with Wardell Richardson on WCEGWOOD, Hollywood of the South. May I ask who's calling? Who?
Karen, I heard Karen.
Karen, hi Karen, how are you?
Hello, Karen.
Not Karen. It's Cherish. Oh, Cherish.
Cherish. Okay.
Spell
it.
Okay, I couldn't hear you. I thought you said Karen. How are you, Cherish?
I'm good. How are you?
I am wonderful. Are you calling in to answer one of the questions? Or the question?
Yes, I'm gonna give it a try.
Okay, ask the question again, Michele.
Okay, now for the audience who may have been just joining us, the question was, in this classic film and also the stage productions that we're all very familiar with, and Charles Dickens' story, A Christmas Carol, the question was, Jacob Marley died blank years ago this very night. So what is the number of those years?
What would be the number of those years, Cherish?
7 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, she got it right. Congratulations.
See how easy we
Cherish.
For y'all.
Great job. So Cherish, this is what I want you to do, Cherish. I want you to give your name and information to this email address. Are you ready?
You need my.
I'm gonna give you an email address to send your information to.
Okay, give me. Hold on.
Oh Lord, she got the dog
to the plate.
No pets allowed. No pets allowed. Right.
That's your pet and not your kids.
I have 2 dogs in the back.
You ready?
So what?
It is info, INFO, at T as in Tom, A, V as in Victor, P as in Paul, P as in Paul.com.
Okay, so that was info at P as in Tom, A as in Andrew, V as in Victor, P as in Paul, P as in Paul.com.
That is correct. Send your info to that email address and you will receive your tickets.
They'll be at the box office.
Thank you so much.
They will be at the box office for you when you get to the play.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Don't forget to send that information with your phone number, please.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that was awesome.
All right, so we had one person to answer the questions. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. All right, so so yes, back to just, you know, when you get the chance, please go and check out that movie, The Queen and Slim. That is an amazing movie. I loved it. One of the best I've seen in a long time. Definitely take some tissue.
Well, shout out to Daniel Kaluuya, the actors who are able to, you know, he has that just keen, that knack for picking the right project to be a part of.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that was a great.
To this, I mean, he's just making some really
with my man from Get Out. You know, he's doing his thing. He's been playing.
Went to Wakanda.
Hey, hold on. Okay, so let's go ahead and introduce the men, because they can't wait to say something. So let me go ahead and introduce to you the two of the men of the hit stage play Holy Seduction. We have Anthony Earl Jr. Anthony Earl Jr., right?
I appreciate it, my brother.
My bad, I almost messed that up.
You're all right.
Anthony Earl Jr. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, my brother. Happy to be here.
Hey, my brother. How you doing, man? Happy to be here, man.
Come out like that.
That's
boy,
what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So how are you, man? How's everything going?
I'm extremely well. Love it here in Georgia, but I'm not from here. I heard all the noise that y'all was making out there.
Okay.
Everybody was from Georgia.
Go ahead.
Let you know.
Okay, see, he finna mess up the whole thing.
Ask him where you're from. Ask him where you're from.
I'm here from Central Florida.
Oh, Lord.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Been up here about 5 years with y'all, man. Love it. Enjoy it myself.
Shout out to Florida.
All right.
Hey, it's all love.
Florida.
However you feel, bro. It's still love.
Florida. It's all good. Now, go ahead, man. Let us know a little bit about, you know, who you are, you know, how you got started in this business.
Okay. Well, again, been here in Atlanta for the past 5 years. This actually will be my first leading role, and really and truly my first role outside of ministry. I was blessed to the church that I attended back in Florida. I was very active, you know, with different drama ministries, and our pastor made it a point to make sure that the children were involved in that. So that was the extent, you know, the majority of my experience. And then when I did transition here, I ended up coming into contact with somebody that got me a position in an Easter play at a church over in Lithonia.
Okay.
Back in 2014 when we came up here. I think it was Easter 2015. And from going to rehearsals and stuff, really got a good vibe. Some of the members of the congregation ended up joining that church, and they as well had a very active drama ministry. So that was the extent of my experience during one of those events. I met the wonderful Miss Michele here.
Michele, you just get around, don't you? You just be recruiting everybody. You just little old son, just be walking around. Hi. Just be recruiting everybody. So, what made you move from Florida to Georgia?
Opportunity, my brothers. A lot of us black people are successful here. Something that I had heard of but hadn't seen with my own two eyes. Being from Florida, we are successful there, but we don't have the level of success that we have here. So, when you're able to see it, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier to wrap your head around the concept of I can achieve that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, Atlanta is there's a reason why I call the show Hollywood of the South. You know what I mean? Atlanta is #1 place to film right now in the world. So, you know, we offer more than other states and countries and stuff for people who do film here in Georgia. So it's amazing. Atlanta's just the place to be. Everybody's moving here. Everybody's opening up shop here, moving from LA to here. You know, so it's funny because I see people moving to LA. I'm like, well, you'll be back soon. You know?
But when you say the opportunity, though, I mean, people should understand, hopefully this is for all of you, you know, listening in, that even if you're not an actor, writer, director, producer per se, but even if you're in the, I mean, my goodness, in the IT world, in the graphics world, you do hair and makeup, and if you sound, the accounting, my goodness, the marketing, is so much you can do behind the scenes.
Atlanta.
Security, people looking for security. I need security on set. I need people to drive drive the buses and things like that.
And Georgia is the number one state for business owners.
Yes, so so you got something that you want to do. I mean,
you
really
can get it here in Georgia.
The film and theater world is a way for you to get in there and do it. I mean, I know people who just love to drive and they're okay with being the little, they drive the trolley people back and forth around on set. That's what they do.
To be in an all-black neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, with people with nice homes, nice cars, end up going to work. It wasn't. That's not something that I experienced in Florida. You know what I'm saying? So to come here and to see that, and when I say opportunity, I'm talking business. This opportunity fell. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm here, but I'm thinking more. I'm working in banking. You know what I'm saying? So again, there's more opportunity and more of us successful here. So if I come here, get the mix, that's gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna float.
All right.
Gonna come. So that's what brought me here. Okay. Get out of Florida. It's been 30 years. It's time to see something different.
I don't blame you, bro. I mean, I've been in Georgia all my life, but I can't leave Georgia. I can't, no matter how hard I try.
I feel you.
I can't.
I got a question from the audience. Says, did you work for Wells Fargo or SunTrust? Actually, both of them. Currently, I don't know. I knew you.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And I seem like I know
we keep
I mean, hold on. I'm off the clock right now. I got my
Oh my God.
I knew you was my girl. Look, you gotta go on and say it when the spirit put it on me.
Oh my God.
Oh, what?
I know I ain't got nothing to do with that. You feel me? I'm off that right now. I got on my preacher hat. No.
Wow.
We got you. We feel you.
Good times, man. You said, how am I doing, brother? It's I thank God so much. You know, and I got to let my man get here because I can go all night. But he's with everything that's going on in the world. God is not surprised by it. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to be alive. You know, I don't have my family here like I'm accustomed to having. That's been a struggle for me, but that's been 3 years now. So I'm starting to.
How far are you away from your home?
They're in Central Florida. You know, my parents are in Central Florida.
So is that about 7 hours, 8 hours?
Put 7.
Okay.
You know, and then
near Orlando somewhere?
Right outside Orlando.
Gotcha.
Volusia County. You know, y'all stand up.
Gotta go and shout out Volusia County.
Stand up,
Shout out Cartersville.
Yeah.
Y'all be calling out these cities that nobody ever heard of.
Yeah, it's okay.
But you gonna make it. You gonna make it big. Though. You gonna make it big.
That's right. We're gonna make it big. That's why we're gonna make our small towns big.
Sir.
That's right.
That's what's up, man.
That's why I call it a county. I couldn't call it my town because it's real small. So I call it a whole county.
Okay.
You know?
So real quick, you are the lead male in the play.
Yes, sir.
And what is your character?
I am Pastor Solomon.
Well, they picked the right person for that one, didn't they?
What make you say that?
Good job. Good job.
What make you say that, brother?
I know.
I'm just hearing you talk the way you talk. Your whole. So I'm sure you relate to your character pretty well.
I do. You know, and I feel like he gave me a very strong voice. And one day, you know, I'm gonna end up in that kind of role. You know, when he says time. You know, but I know. I relate very well with this man. You know, some of the struggles that he has. You said holy. When I heard Holy Seduction, that's God made sex. God made marriage. Okay, He made it to be enjoyed in that covenant. So I heard the young lady say that's an oxymoron. It's not an oxymoron.
Okay, you better.
It was set up. You know what I'm saying? To be a wonderful thing. We have taken it. More people are probably having sex outside of the covenant than are in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right. That's definitely true.
It's not designed. It's not being the way that He designed it. We ain't doing it that way because we're men and we fall short of the glory. But I don't even know where I was going with that. I relate very well to this man. Very well.
But But that was the question that we asked earlier. Was when you first heard Holy Seduction, what did that title evoke in you? And as an actor, we see the titles and everything, and we just like we get the size or something to audition, and we just wonder how does it strike us and how does it hit us, and I'm glad you brought that up because it shouldn't be an oxymoron. It really shouldn't. When you say Holy Seduction, God made it for within that covenant to be passionate.
And that's the thing, like
and
because sex is supposed
Beautiful.
is something, yeah, very beautiful. I love it.
This is the male part. This is the second half. It's the brothers up in here.
Y'all just all timid and everything.
I'm gonna learn something today. Okay.
Let me stop.
All right, so we're gonna go over here to Mr. Deshawn Brown. What's going on, man?
How's it going? Pretty good in yourself?
I'm good. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from? Please say you from Georgia. Please don't mess up the whole thing, man.
I am not from Georgia.
Oh,
Tell him, bro.
The men have failed me today.
I was born in North New Jersey, but I'm actually consider myself from Florida too, because that's where I graduated high school.
Wow.
I'm from Tampa, 7.5 year Army vet. The moment I actually got out this year in February, and started March, I got into acting.
Okay.
And so
It's a newbie to the acting world.
I started
So you brand new to it.
brand new.
Okay.
I started as a BG, worked my way up, did a couple independent stuff, a couple college films, went to acting class. Shout out to Pan Fam.
Mm-hmm.
My acting class is actually done where we're doing the play at
Porter Sanford. Yeah, and shout out, but what you said is so key though. Shout out to Dwayne Boyd, who's got these phenomenal improv classes and all that. So the training for an actor, if you say you're gonna come here and you're gonna do it, then you better get in the training. And Dwayne Boyd is one of those places that you need to go to and to keep those
Most
improvisational
definitely.
skills sharp. And he has showcases and things like
I
that.
just
People
did a
respect
showcase.
his work. They respect his name. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm glad you got in your training. You're doing what you need to do.
Most definitely. I'm like, when it comes to improv, I'm like one of the best in the class. So
You hear my
All right then.
And he's very humble too. Did you hear that?
Very
He's
humble. Very humble.
I try to be.
So, what's your character in the play, and how can you relate to it?
My character in the play is Larry, and without Larry, this play doesn't happen. Pretty much, to be honest.
That's true.
Larry
That's true.
is in everyone's life, and I relate to Larry because
So, is Larry a messy person?
He's not. Let's say he's immature. He's not.
He's
not
messy then.
What's another word? What's another word?
You
for
basically said messy.
But that's a good word though.
I don't want to call my character messy.
I know you don't want to call it,
word.
but you got to call a duck a duck.
That's it.
When I look at Larry, I envision myself as a younger version of me when I was probably like 19 to 20.
All right.
Wow.
His mindset is that of someone who's transitioning from being a kid to an adult.
Okay.
But yeah, he still has that kid mentality. But I like Larry.
Yeah.
No one else seems to like me. But it's cool.
Don't nobody not like
But
me, bro.
you like yourself.
I like
That's
myself.
something. That's interesting. Yeah.
I don't have nothing against Larry, man. In the play,
So in the play, you say you're involved with people's lives, in everybody's life, some kind of way. So are you just starting stuff throughout the play, or starting?
I'm involved in the main character's life. Let's go with that.
But he's like the
Well,
catalyst.
I don't want him to go too deep in.
Sorry, I'm not.
But you know, when you asked about relationships and things like that and being involved in ministry, his character does go to pastor for counseling,
Okay.
and so that's
too much.
so
It's
that's
real
that's so
good
that's
high
it.
tide.
It ties all in together because we were
Right.
just talking about that earlier.
And if I could
Yeah.
tell you, my brother, when she made mention of this, you know what I'm saying? We did audition. She assisted me with that. You know what I'm saying? Gave me the script. I was like, I'm not gonna have time. I've got my full-time job. I'm doing some studying. In another area. I've been trying to hit the gym. I was volunteering at the church at the time with some work there. I don't have time. Had a 15-minute conversation with her before we did the table read. Before we sat down and read through the script. I'm like, I'm not gonna have time. I wish I could just give this to you and go home, but I told you I was going to do this read, so I'm going to do it, but I probably ain't going to be able to do it. We read through the script, the room erupted. Everybody, man, I told her, forget everything. I said, 15 minutes, forget all of that. She was like, well, maybe you need to go pray on it. I was like, you already spoke to me. It was,
You gonna make it work.
I had to make time. You know what I'm saying? It's too powerful. You know what I'm saying? A lead. You know what I'm saying? Opportunity.
Right.
And it's like I said, I think it's really going to speak to some individuals, because the gentlemen, they're all regular struggles, you know what I'm saying, that we go through.
Right,
It's not a mask of, that I'm perfect or that I'm supposed to, because people, I've heard some gentlemen recently I've had conversations with that they put pastors on this kind of, thing that they're supposed to be not human. It's only one Jesus. Right. He's up there, so everybody falls short of the glory. Yeah. Let me stop preaching.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask y'all some questions that is kind of based on men dealing with the church. Do you find it hard to date in the church? Like, and I say this to say, there are, as men, we try to find the right woman. You know what I'm saying? Somebody we can take home to mama. Hey, mama, hey, we do.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's very difficult. It's a very difficult process.
Amen.
Because the Bible says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing." So
you know the next one behind that?
Do I know the next one behind
the
that?
next verse?
I do, but go ahead and tell me.
You tell me.
No, you tell me.
It obtains favor from the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's going to, though it's difficult, life is difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So he is going to, as difficult as it is in this day and time, he's going to guide us to that woman that we can bring home to mama.
And in that process, when you run across a lot of beautiful women anyway, that process becomes very difficult.
Correct.
So, as a man who is trying to date, trying to find that right woman, do you find it difficult or hard to find the right woman?
I'm gonna let my dog get the first stab in it.
Me personally, I actually wouldn't date a woman who I met from my church. But that's just me.
Interesting.
I don't, when in church, I wouldn't actually try to flirt with any woman. It's just not my type of place to find a woman. I'm religious, yes, but I can't tell if I can vibe with you from being in the house of the Lord. Because right there,
the mask.
Just me personally, I don't feel as if I should be trying to attain a woman in church.
But see, this is why I asked that question. Because it is, and I'm not saying everybody's that way, but when I made the reference that one day they're somewhere and then in church the next day, and then the next day they're back, like people literally act right when they in church, but or they don't curse on Sunday. But all the other days they can curse you out.
Wow. But that's an interesting point that when you say that though, because we all are at our we try to be at our very, very best. You have that representative that's there at church. Even if you ain't doing nothing too wild on the side, but it's just that you put your best foot forward and you trying to be your
But see, this is me.
I agree with
this is me. I am a realist. So what you get from me at church is the same person you're gonna get from me
Tuesday.
That's me though too.
But see, that's when you have a problem. See, sometimes people don't like the real you. And the reason they don't like the real you is because you are too real. So, like with me, I always tell people there's no gray area. It's black and it's white. You either gonna like me or you're not. That's just what it is.
But they showed you who they were, so let them go.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
If they can't take the real you,
that's why I understand what he's saying. Because in the church, it's so many masks being worn, and it is.
That's where that discernment comes in.
Yes.
That's what the discernment
you
is.
can wear a mask. And I agree with my man, but for another reason. I'm not gonna go into, especially not into church, because this is a place of worship. That's the one place where Jesus got hot when he was walking. He got angry,
right? Yeah.
Because in that one place where we're supposed to be acting right,
we were acting crazy. Yep.
Right. What you think he'd do in the church now if he came up in there? How many tables would he kick? But I'm not going to pursue any woman in that church. I will, but I've got to feel like this is the one. This is not somebody that I'm fin to just casually date or just play around with, because now so and so is gonna be looking. at one of those plays, one of the plays at the church, there was a girl that came and sat beside me. Young girl came and sat beside me, and I'm thinking in my head already, people are formulating that we got something going on. And before too long, somebody came by and was like, "Oh, what y'all, nothing."
It's like that everywhere though.
So much, but it's there. You would expect it. Some, this is supposed to be the house of the Lord. Judge not, least you be judged.
Oh man.
Yeah, I already know, and I already knew that kind of comment was going to come. But it's I could if I'm just not going to play around. If I'm gonna do it, this is somebody that I'm finna bring home to mama. But just casually dating, or I just want to have fun. Because then if it go bad, now you looking at me funny. And this, messed up the house. I'm supposed to be here concentrating on the Lord.
So back to you. So you won't date nobody in the church. But so so you've been okay, so I'm not gonna lie now. Some beautiful women in the church.
Okay.
So you don't really notice people in church, or is it just you just got that block? Like
I can see a beautiful girl in church, and to me, I just be like, okay, she's cute, but I'm not gonna talk to her. That's like when going to the gym and you see a cute girl in the gym. I'm not gonna talk to her.
They trying to work out.
I'm mind my business.
Right. I'm gonna look at her a couple of times, and she look and smile.
Exactly.
I'm finna talk.
Oh, okay. Oh, see, ladies, so y'all
that's what I'm talking about. He keep it 100.
Give him the look and smile a little bit.
I go on, keep doing my thing.
Okay.
Because see, some people when they go to the gym, they want to focus, and that's it. They don't. Because I have a lot of female friends be like, I get so tired of going to the gym because they just want to come and talk to me all the time. But and then you get because it's like this. You're a Christian woman. You got a picture on social media where you got your little swimsuit on.
I have because I've done swimsuit modeling.
Yeah.
And I do that.
You're a lovely Christian woman.
Hey,
I don't know you're a Christian woman. You're a lovely Christian woman.
I tried to present that in a respectful way.
Oh yeah,
yes, sir.
you did.
Yes,
it was very fair with your swimsuit.
But no, because people think you can't do if you're a Christian.
And
so we trying to like.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like I think the problem with a lot of people is that they draw lines where there shouldn't be lines, and they don't put lines where there should be lines. I like a person who's real and natural. But in the church, and because I'm with him, what I'm saying, on what he's saying. I try to veer away from the church.
But if we are not the salt and light, though, in the industries and wherever, then.
But I think.
Anything.
But see, I think if it's destined for you to meet somebody, you're going to find that person whether they in the church or out of the church. That's just how I feel about it.
So we saying going to church to date? That's what the question.
No, I'm just saying.
That's my.
I'm just saying. Do you find it difficult? Is it? Because you have status at the church you was at when you was down in Florida, right? Or were you?
I was on the stage. People knew who I was. I wasn't a deacon.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I, from being up on stage, people know who you are.
Right.
They come to the show to see.
Right. So as a result, because I was an armor bearer for an elder at New Birth Baptist Church way back in the day, and it was very difficult because I was in a singles ministry. There's mostly women in there.
Yes.
And they all looking for a good godly man, They are. And so
They're kind of aggressive.
and they vary.
Right.
So
that's right.
and then when they know you single,
Showtime.
like really single,
Throw it at you.
and you got your own house,
They're trying to
and
snatch
car,
you up.
and a good job,
Yeah.
it's a wrap.
Yeah.
They owe you like white on right.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that. I have a problem with women being that way toward me. They turn me off.
I like a challenge. I heard y'all mention that earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm not a challenge as if I'm finna try to get this Christian woman to see what I can do, get her to see what she can do with me. But if you throwing it at me, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it.
So like in the play, you're a pastor, and I'm assuming you're looking for love in some kind of way. So, is that how you can relate to that character?
Yeah, well,
you see what I'm saying?
I'm single.
Okay.
This pastor is single. In the story, but he's single as well.
Right.
And the pastors. Do I go that far?
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I'm able to relate with his relationships.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? The things that happen to him, I can pull on some personal.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was trying to get at.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And since you the messy guy, then I'm not saying that that's you. But I'm saying you may know somebody or know people or been in situations that been kind of crazy.
Oh yeah.
That you can pull from.
Especially in the military, you hear every type of story.
Oh, now see, military is a whole different ball game. That's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, we go up a notch.
If I was in the military, I wouldn't be in no relationship. I just couldn't do it until I'm out. Unless I plan to make it a career. At some point, I'll just stay, try to settle down. But military is a whole nother ball game.
Most definitely.
Cause I know guys in the military, they ain't no good.
Be one of them.
Well, can I say this part? Because you know when you because here's the thing. Like one guy that I know from our singles ministry group was like he specifically did not ever date someone from the church. Because he felt like when Lorraine was talking about the guy who he finished dating her and then he went to the other girl that was in the church, and he's in his mind he's doing the thing, he's searching out Christian women in the church. But this other guy in our singles ministry was like, okay, I don't want to be that dude that's seen as I'm hopping from one person in the church to the next. So he totally did not date at his church at all. But at the same time, when we're saying, where do you go when you want to find a quality woman? I mean, how do you approach that? How do you approach that? Where do you go?
You go to Holy Seduction.
Holy Seduction. But can you at least invite them to somewhere outside the church where y'all get to know each other as real people, or what?
And not even again, I would stay away from dating somebody at my church unless the Lord has come down
if it's really from God
and said, hey,
there's a few issues with dating people at the church. Number one, if you're going to be forced to see them every Sunday, like Howard.
Even if some fall out, I agree though.
Yeah, even when you fall out,
even if some fall out, you be like, oh man, I gotta change churches.
That's a problem. The second problem is everybody else in the church is trying to be in your business, ain't got an opinion, got something to say.
Y'all ain't sitting by each other.
Can I say that little part? That's a little part that I was gonna mention real quick though too, because I know we had a ministry event one time where some other ministry couples were asking what advice would you give, because like I said before, like I'm divorced now, and thank God we did not meet at the church. I mean, it was through work, through business where we first met each other and everything, but that's the one advice that I would give to somebody. It's like, even if you are, when I got married, they was like, oh, I didn't know you was married, oh my God, because I didn't really let nobody know, because
it's your business,
and because like we said, you need time to get to know each other, and if it really is from God, okay, you need time to really discern and to know that because if you do that thing where you invite, because I know one young pastor did this, he immediately brought her to the church to sit beside him. And so when you see those two people sitting together, now you got everybody talking, everybody wondering, and then you got all these people marrying y'all all off and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, no, you need time to get to know each other without all the hoopla. So that's my advice too, is like, get to know, like you ain't got to tell nobody, and ain't got to be just this thing, at church. Just take some time to get to know each other.
Before we move on to the next part, go ahead and ask your next question so we can get the other set of tickets out.
My next question is, now see, this is a very familiar classic story as well. It's A Wonderful Life. I'm telling you, because it's Christmas. Look how easy I'm making it for y'all. Okay, It's A Wonderful Life. In that film, because I'm in the director's chair with Holy Seduction.
Okay, tune in, everyone. Tune in.
This is director's
question for a set of tickets to the play February the 14th, Holy Seduction.
Can you tell me who the director is? The director of It's a Wonderful Life.
Who is the director of It's a Wonderful Life? Very simple question. Who is the director of It's a Wonderful Life?
World.
You get a pair of tickets. You plus one will be waiting on you at the box office when you get to the play on February the 14th. Call in. The number is 678-619-1402. That is 678-619-1402. Call in and answer the question. Who was the director of
It's a Wonderful Life?
It's a Wonderful Life. Michelle has some questions.
Seen that, my brother?
Yes, I have.
All right.
I've seen it.
And it comes on like
I
every
can't
year.
even Google the director right there.
No
Y'all hit
excuses.
Google and quit playing.
I know. They can Google that and call in. Just Google it and call in. Look at that. She done already found it.
Penny. We see you, Penny.
Penny like, I got it. So, It's a Wonderful Life. Who was the director? Call in at 678-619-1402. That's 678-619-1402. So, the play. Let us know again what day and time and location.
On a Friday, coming up in February, in 2020. So that's going to be on a Friday, February the 14th, 2020. So you want to make sure you get off early enough to beat traffic. At
what time?
It's a 7:30 show.
7:30
in
show.
Decatur at Porter Sanford in Decatur. So make plans.
Might as well go and say Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's Day.
Look, you already gonna be off. It's date night.
It's date night.
You want to take somebody to see a nice show?
Yeah.
Then go ahead.
Don't bring your
take them
We are
to
providing
Holy
this
Seduction.
opportunity.
He said,
for
"Don't
you.
bring your girlfriend." Why you don't want to bring this?
Why
Valentine's night,
Why
bro.
not, Keisha?
What, they gonna come in that dolo?
You haven't seen Corey's music yet.
Oh, and shout out to, because we have two other male actors who could not be here tonight, but Matthew Stein, who plays Corey, and also actually Demetrius Barnett, who's DJ Gemini. So a lot of people know him in the community. He has this walk-on role that's really cool. So it's going to be, so they're going to do a lot of the people who've had a lot of events in Atlanta, they've used him. And so for him to come on and do this little walk-on role, so that's gonna be tight. His wife actually is the one who plays. She's the assistant. She's the administrative assistant to Thelma. So both of them, this married couple, they're in the play. So shout out to them, and also to
Okay.
yeah.
His
So
girlfriend. I don't know what he's
I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, he's talking
It's
about
Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. Nobody gonna be myself. But anyway, who is the director of It's a Wonderful Life?
See that?
It's a Wonderful Life. I'm thinking Dorothy or something. It's a Wonderful Life, a Christmas play. It's a Wonderful Life. Call in 678-619-1402. You can win a pair of tickets to Holy Seduction on Valentine's Day, 7:30 p.m. at the Porter Sanford. Hey, listen, guys, that's a good little treat for you lady. Trust me, most women love to go to a nice little play and enjoy themselves. They may not say it, but it's something different.
It's different, bro.
That you can do. You know what I'm saying? Let them
like
know
that.
that you can reach out and do something different.
And
you know,
that artistic, creative
and then
side.
take them. Listen, I'm gonna tell you how to do it. You pick them up. You go to the theater. After that, take it to a nice dinner, late dinner. Find a nice romantic restaurant, bruh. You gonna end the night on a very good note.
See, that's
Trust me.
the other part. If you go to our website, which is tavpp.com, there is we are looking for vendors, but then also we have some restaurant sponsors. So that when you buy a ticket to the play, you will have some discounted options to some very nice restaurants.
Okay.
So just be, hey, go ahead and buy that ticket and be ready to go out to enjoy a wonderful dinner after the show.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So they got it all for you. They're gonna give you a discount. Even when you go eat, you're gonna get a discount. What you need to do is go ahead, call in. It's a Wonderful Life. Is the name of the movie. Who was the director? Call in at 678-619-1402. You'll win a pair of tickets to a Holy Seduction on February the 14th, Valentine's Day. Take your lady out on a nice date. Ladies, take your man out on a nice date. You know, do something special.
But I'm glad you said that because, you know, I really feel like that. I'm going to get, like, I've been trying to, like, you know, really hear what men are saying in this day and age. And I think Valentine's Day is not just about the woman. I really do believe it's about him, too.
Yeah.
I believe.
And see, for whatever reason, women make it about them.
I don't know why we did that.
But men really deserve to be treated sometimes. Like, listen, I'm not saying that a man shouldn't do something special for the lady. But I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, if a lady just do some, buy some tickets or something to a place and listen, I want to take. Oh, we got a call in.
Ladies, I mean, just whatever he's into.
You are on with Wardell Richardson on WC.
Hello.
Hey, Tiffany Roberts.
What is up?
I know that voice anywhere. How art thou,
my darling?
How you doing?
Play.
Huh? How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. Did you hear this question?
Huh?
Did you hear her question?
Yes. The director of The Wonderful Life is Frank Capra.
You better go, girl. That's what I'm talking about.
If anybody would know, it would be Tiffany Roberts.
Yes.
If anybody would know, it'll be Tiffany. You ain't even looked that up either, did you?
I knew the question before that too, and the answer really is it's these 7 years that he's been dead. But you know, no technicalities there. I just want to call in and say, great show you all. I actually did catch the front end with the women too. I just want to say that you all are crazy. The guys seem a little more mellow than the girls are, but it's all good.
Because we didn't get into the conversations they had.
Right.
Yeah.
We gonna get into them. But so Tiffany, you are the winner of the tickets.
We're excited to see you there, Tiffany. And she's awesome. Tiffany, you've been directing and writing yourself. So when Miss Tiffany comes, you gotta be on your game.
Her plays off the chain too.
She's got
So she is
she's gonna be in the
somebody
audience.
to know.
Okay. Then we gotta really bring.
And that's one of my closest friends.
Okay.
You know, so I ain't get her the answer. She knows a lot of things.
She knows.
Tone, you supposed to call in. Tone Brown was online talking about Frank Capra, but you gotta call in.
That's right. You gotta call in because that's what I did initially. I was like on your Facebook. I was going, it's 7 years. These 7 years. I was like, I gotta call in. So how do I get my tickets? Like, do I just go to the wheel call? What do I do?
I'm gonna give you the email. I know you. I'll give you the email.
And we know.
And you can send them the email, and then they'll have your name and stuff at will call.
That's right.
At the theater on Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay. I need a front row seat.
Yes. And these winners, we will clarify.
This is Tiffany Roberts, ladies and gentlemen.
You will be centered down front. So
Tiffany, I need a front row seat.
Yes.
That's right. I need a front row seat.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
This is gonna be good.
Awesome.
They'll say you got it.
I just wanted to call in because I always support. Congratulations, Michelle. You know I love you.
Thank you.
So I'm excited to see your work.
Tiffany's also one of my co-hosts that come in every now and then. So, you know, she do her thing, man. Somebody y'all need to know.
Thanks for calling in, Miss Tiff.
Thank you.
All right.
Tiffany, I'll holler at you later.
All right.
Okay, bye.
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 Look at that. We got your tickets.
Look at there. I'm
Made
excited. I'm excited. Yes.
So, guys, what's been one of the most interesting times that you've dated? I know y'all heard my story. So, what's been an interesting moment? Because, you know, the reason I ask this question is because as Christian men, we have interesting situations that come up. And, you know, women always say stuff about men, but we come across some crazy women out here. I ain't gonna lie to you. So what's been an interesting situation that you've been in that you like to share with us right now, Michele? You ain't gotta get no names. That's it. And don't look at each other. Quit looking at each other.
What you trying to compare notes? And be like, okay, what you want?
What's this?
I guess I'll go first.
Go ahead.
There was one, I say like 2016. Let's see, Colombian chick. I was in Italy. Got a Colombian chick pregnant.
So he's been real and honest about that.
You know, 3 months later she had a miscarriage, you know. But, you know, while she was still pregnant, because my boy introduced me to her, he wanted to be with her, but I got with her instead.
Okay.
I can't help it, my game was tighter. You know, while she's pregnant, she actually got married to someone else.
What?
Behind my back, and I didn't know it at first.
Okay.
You know, after that, she had a miscarriage. I say 3 months later.
You sure it was a miscarriage?
You know, all the doctor's appointments.
Okay.
Wow.
So you went with her to the doctor then?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And then come to find out, she started cheating on me with another dude who was actually from Tampa, Florida, just like me.
Wait, I thought you said she got married.
She did. I still didn't know about it at the time.
But she started dating somebody else too?
She started cheating on me with someone else. And it was crazy because, you know, being in the military, we live in barracks.
Okay, so I got a question.
What's up?
She married.
I don't
She
know.
was married while she was with you. So
Yeah,
you became the person she cheated with the married guy.
I ain't even telling no story.
I'm sorry, but you became the side
That's what
dude.
they tell women all the time.
Yeah, you became the side dude.
I tell you what, I was so trustworthy at that time.
So honestly, y'all was cheating with her on the other. You was cheating with her, with her on the husband.
Pretty much, I guess. And he, you know, when we all found out, I talked to him. He was like, "Bro, I didn't even know about you." And he was like, "I'm so bad. I'm so sorry that she did all that." I was like, "Oh God."
He stayed with her though, didn't he?
Actually, no. I think he got divorced because he was a player himself. He was a DJ in Italy. And well, most people don't know if you're actually African American. Italians and Germans love you. All Europeans pretty much love you over there. And so, you know, I didn't even know she was cheating on me. You know, all my friends were telling me.
Italy and what else?
What's up?
You said
Germany. I think.
Germany. Okay.
Yeah.
Write this down.
So you said.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah,
And you know,
go ahead. Yeah.
you know, one day I had to give my boy actually introduced the third dude to her. And he was like, "Yo, you know he's with my boy," and she didn't care. And you know, one day I was giving my boy a ride home because, you know, my friends have been telling me for a while she's been with a dude. I was like, "Nah, she just told me that was a friend." And me at that time, I was very trustworthy.
Wow.
And you know, one day I'll give my boy a ride home. I'm like, "Yo, why do you chill with her? Like, you know, she talks trash about you all the time." And you know, he finally brought it to my attention. He was like, "You know what? You're right." He's like, "Brown man, I gotta tell you something. She been cheating on me." I was like, "Oh God." So I texted her, made it seem like the dude told me that, and instead seen her go flip. Because there was one day I went home and I was trying to get the phone. I was like, who just texted you, baby? She fought me for that phone and deleted the message. I was like, okay, whatever. I wasn't tripping. Come to find out, the dude came to my door because he worked right across from my room. I was like, oh wow. I was like, yo, has he ever been in this room?
He's telling the story for me, and this is my story too. I'm keep going.
I was like, has he ever been to this room? Because, you know, it's so funny. I don't have a roommate. And so he came with he's already a bit taller than me. Big buff dude, like he could be a QB. And then he brought his tall roommate. I thought it was so funny. I was like, dude, what's up?
So they ready to jump you or something?
Pretty much.
Yeah, like,
I was like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
I brought my knife out and everything. I was like, yo, what's good?
Oh.
Is this about to get serious? And it was so funny.
Wait, hold on. How was that funny?
Because, you know, this to see all the flustered emotions. Because I had caught them and they were so mad too. And you know, I asked her too. I was like, so why'd you cheat? He's like, because he gives me money and you don't.
Oh.
Like, what?
She sound very simple-minded, but
I can't beat that, my brother.
What you got? What you got? What you got?
Pretty boring.
What you got?
What you got, man?
On that, I'm pretty boring, man.
Needless to say, that was the end of it, right?
It might be some more.
There might be some more, but we gonna go to yours. Mine is done.
Yeah, yours is that's kind of woo. Okay.
Ew.
Can you share?
I'm trying. Okay, so just something wild. I don't like wild stuff. You know what I'm saying? If it get too a wild woman, I don't know if I got
it. Ain't gotta be wild. See, the thing is, I said interesting situation.
An interesting situation.
Yeah.
Interesting can mean anything, man.
Okay.
Like just something
Okay.
Cause I got a ton of them, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'll tell you. The play that I first did when I came to Atlanta, at the church over in Lithonia.
Okay.
Going to that play, I was at Wells Fargo at the time. One of my coworkers was like, "She's in a play as well."
Okay.
You know, I was like, "Okay, let me come check yours out." You know, so that'll kind of give me see how actors move and all that stuff.
Yes.
So boom,
Yeah.
I go to the play. No. The play's on Saturday, 6 o'clock. I have my play is a week later.
Okay.
Her play's a week before, mine's a week later. Play was at 6. We had rehearsal from the dress rehearsal, like the one where you get dressed, the real deal, from 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool. And they both in Lithonia. I'm gonna go ahead and go to
So
rehearsal.
you got an hour to get up.
Right.
I can go do rehearsal.
And then go.
You know what I'm saying? Go check the play out, and we good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I finished with rehearsal, I was tired. You feel me? I'm like, man, I'm not going to that play. You know, but something in my spirit was like, you need to go. You know, so I was like, okay, let me go grab something to eat. Go grab something to eat real quick. Go hit Cookout. That was my first time going to Cookout. Went to Cookout, grabbed me a little burger. You know what I'm saying? The itis crept in. Now I really don't want to go. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if anything is wrong with this building, if I can't find a good park, you know what I'm saying? Anything is wrong, I'm
turning
out
around.
of there.
Right.
I'm saying I'm out. Got a park right in the front. Building's nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, gotta go in. So go in. You know, play was good. Good play, kind of like this one.
Wow.
I think it was something to do with an apple. Eat the damn.
Oh, I know the play.
Eat the damn.
I know the play.
You feel me?
I know the play.
Eat the
Okay,
damn
go ahead.
apple.
Yeah.
So first half of it was great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good play. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I came. I'm standing. They served dinner at intermission. Are we serving dinner?
Okay.
We ain't serving dinner.
No,
just giving,
we are not serving
we're
dinner.
just
I know
giving
that. The
some
discounted
coupons
to the
they
restaurant of your
serve
choice. Yes.
dinner during intermission. So boom, I'm standing, and I was right. The doorway was right there. Man, it was this pretty young thing standing, leaning against the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Pretty young thing.
Okay.
So I'm not. You know how you like to play so far, dear. And she was like, oh, I like it. You know, it's pretty good. Started out kind of slow. So we chatting and talking. I got her laughing. You know, getting get my green beans. We talking, laughing. They put the green beans on my plate. I turned around. She was gone. You know, so I'm like, maybe she was hungry. You know, I ain't gonna worry about it. Let me take my plate, go and sit down and eat. Sit down, start eating. She comes back over. And she was like, hi, my name is such and such. You know, I was like, oh, I'm Anthony. You know, we'll talk after. So boom, play ends. We're in the lobby. You know, I'm like, what you do? And she was like, I sell drugs.
Like drugs.
So I'm just like you sitting there. I'm waiting on the punchline. I was like,
Oh wow.
all right, you know, and
like drugs.
she was
I know, like not working at the pharmacy
Right.
at a.
Then she said, I'm a street, you know, I'm a pharmacist.
Okay.
You know, she's a
Street-
pharmacist.
Oh,
not
okay,
not a
That's why that one. Cause see, that's a joke that a lot of pharmacists do.
That's okay.
They'll say they sell drugs. That's why I like.
That's what she did.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's what she did.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm like, okay,
She
you know,
hit you with
okay.
that.
So boom, we exchanged contact information. I'm like, this is, you know, I got a play coming up, you know, next week. You know, you should come check me out as we're talking during the week. You know, you should come check out my play. Boom. Play goes amazing. My spirit's real full at the end. My brother passed away some years ago. I know how much he would have wanted to be there. You know, I'm thanking God for the opportunity. So spirit's full. I'm back there crying. as you can see, I talk a lot. So after the play, we're in the back, conversing and stuff. And she texted me like, come out. I want to take a picture with you. I was like, I'm changing. She was like, no, bring your stuff out. When I walked outside that door, you know what I'm saying, and saw that young lady sitting there, it took, you know what I'm saying? It took my breath away, and he was like, there's your wife. And man, the girl was a beautiful girl, smart, you know what I'm saying? Knows who the Lord is, thankful for my time with her. But that's not my wife, and that voice that I heard might have been my voice or something, you know what I'm saying? But I'm thankful for that experience. But I don't deal too much with the crazy. If they crazy, I'm gonna get from round them.
So she wound up being crazy.
Y'all didn't ever go out again or anything?
Oh yeah.
Was
dated
that the
for
one
a couple
you
of
told
years.
us about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was the one. Okay.
So you dated for a couple of years.
Dated for a couple of years,
Okay.
and just it was a good maturing experience for me. You know what I'm saying? To be in a committed relationship and see how much give and take that there is. And I'm because I've been single for the majority of my life. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really been in too many long-term relationships. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty much my way or the highway.
Okay.
But that's not how it's gonna work in a committed relationship. And I learned that, you know what I'm saying, through experience. So I'm thankful, that she was in my life. We I can tell you, I ain't gonna go into our personal, but there certainly was some crazy stuff, but wish the best for her, hope she's well.
But that's a good one, because that's the scenario we were saying before. Just be grateful when they show you who they are.
Right.
You learn that early on.
And like I learned a lot about myself as well.
Yeah,
so
you learn a lot
Well, I
about
think
yourself.
that was a different type of relationship though, because he was with her for 2 years. So
2 years.
he done
I
seen
put
some
some
stuff
time
and stuck
in.
around. Vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not saying
something almost just popped in my head about a crazy about a crazy event. Should I go there?
No, we good, man.
Let's go.
We
Let's
good.
Just go on.
So, in doing the play, have you learned? I mean, in most cases, because whenever I did theater, it was kind of like therapy for me. So when you've been doing this play, because y'all done this play before, right?
No, this will be our first time doing it.
Okay,
This play.
so in rehearsing for this play and learning your character and understanding your character, has it been like? Have you thought about yourself and said, "Man, this is like therapy for you in a way"?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We had some therapy last night.
Yes, we did.
Rehearsal was supposed to end. What we were supposed
At
to go 7 to 8:30.
It was supposed to end at 8:30.
Almost midnight.
Yeah.
It was about
Really?
That's for real.
You know what I'm saying?
You wasn't that in.
He had left. He was supposed to be waiting and recording some of it.
They took too long.
We
Like I'm out of here.
the majority of that time was me running my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because of the therapy. What's our stage managers?
Yes, with Jonathan. Yes, with Jonathan.
He hit
yes.
me in my stomach several times. A couple weeks ago, it was the first time we had him. And when I said the line, he's military, and he was like, "Listen to me. When I was on the battlefield, and it was dead bodies laying around me, and such and such. He went. You know what I'm saying? He went back to Iraq." And it was real, you know what I'm saying? And he started patting me in my stomach, and he was like, I need to feel it. And he pop. I didn't flinch, you know what I'm saying? I just tightened it up, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna hit a rock if you're gonna hit it, you know what I'm saying? But in a minute, he made me go back to a dark place that I was at, because it was a conversation that I'm having with God, and I don't like to force stuff on God, because if I'm telling him, like, you demand him, tell me now. I want to know, yes, I want to know the answer. It might not be the answer you want to hear. Right. So I've learned through experience, I don't like hollering at him. You know what I'm saying? If I need something, just talk to him. Right. But in this particular scene, I'm frustrated. You know what I'm saying? And because he took me to that place after he went to beating on my stomach and kind of got my feathers ruffled a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was able to, it was therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? To be able to go back there, you know what I'm saying, and express that conversation that we had last night was definitely therapeutic, because
well, this is what we're talking about, as actors and anybody coming into the industry, like for real, because, like one of my mentors and my acting coaches, I just take him on as my mentor, because I watch him and I follow him closely, the acting classes that I've had with Tom Scott, right, in the Actors Gym. And so this is the process I took them through last night, is what he has been training us in, that this character development and the script analysis. So even with this whole scene that we were doing, so we got into some deep stuff. And I'm thankful that Jonathan Malay was also, because he's our stage manager and set designer, and this is his background. He's got 20 years in the military, so he's thankful to be able to leave at this time. He's going to go ahead and give up the service in the military to follow his passion, because he's trained in school and his degree is in the performing arts and all this stuff. So he's got lots of experience in that way, and this is his vein, character development. So when he showed, I told him to come ready and to be ready. She didn't tell me. That day. She should have said Major Pain. Yes, but he is like that Major Pain, and that's why I have him as my right hand, because I'm like, well, this is to grow our actors up, because this is about, we are representing here in Georgia, and we're gonna, if you want it, if you say you want it, then we're gonna like push you to the next level and help you get there. Push you.
So he gonna be like that, boy.
Captain Jonathan Malay.
He gonna be like that.
Welcome.
He'll pull it out.
On that note,
and the workout. Yes.
we about to wrap up here a little bit. Hey, let us know how people can reach you on social media.
I like how you looked at me first.
I've been trying to let you, Anthony Earl Jr. on Facebook, my name, Instagram, AE Banker 85. That's it.
AE Banker 85.
I'm gonna just give y'all my Instagram, because y'all not getting my Facebook. Legacy 2_ Dynasty is my Instagram.
Man, what is the word? Look at
see, we were talking about that. Is it hard to find what you think? It's hard to find.
I will not be able to find it.
See, it's hard to find.
You can type my name in and it might pop up, but
listen. This is just very simple, because
I'm making my own legacy. I'm making my own dynasty.
Been in the industry a very long time.
I think he's saying about not making it
so complicated to find.
Yes.
If you plan to do this career and be serious about it, people need to be able to find you. And because I'm telling you right now, social media is everything.
The way to communicate.
It is everything. And people will cast you, and they immediately go to your social media to see what you're talking about, see what you're doing, see if you're promoting yourself. The number one job for an actor is promoting yourself. It ain't acting. A lot of people think that, but it's not. You will get jobs just from promoting yourself.
And followers are important though too. I mean, you have to be able to bring
film just for promoting myself on social media, because they think I got so much going. Like, look, I did this product. Can you do it?
The most followers. Well,
it's important.
And I don't even have a lot of followers.
What you can do, whether it's the singing, the dancing, the playing, the instruments, the whatever it is. It's like it is that one-stop shop where you can go and you can see what this actor can, because Anthony is also a voiceover actor who's got this voiceover. He's just completed, so he's got his voiceover training, Keyshawn. So
and so I can see, and so like when social media is the way to go, and I know someone who they were on there and they were saying some crazy stuff on their social media, and they had cast for a lead role, and just like that they lost it.
Yes, wow.
So they go and they look for you. If they can't find you, they will get rid of you just because they can't find you.
I ain't gonna lie, I deleted a lot of stuff off my Instagram. Yeah, I became an actor.
That's a whole nother like workshop that I teach. That social media
etiquette,
because it's like there's certain political things that you just cannot say and do. Not if you want to really work.
If you're serious about it, and this is just, I'm just telling you as a person who's been in this industry about 15 years. So, because I cast for a lot of films and stuff like that. I told Penny, who I just recently did a project. It's gonna be a Netflix film, and Penny said, if you ever get anything, let me know. Within a week, I called Penny and said, I got you a role, not only a role, but it's a speaking role. Remember that, Penny? And she looked at me, she like, what, already? I was like, I told you. You know, I got you.
Well, shout out to your DVD release that's just coming out. Tommy Ford's
film, that was another film
you know,
I did with Tommy. That was like the fourth film I did with Tommy Ford. And so, you know, that's on Maverick Films. You can go to AshleyTheMaverickFilms.com and see that movie. I got 4 films with them.
I got it. My name is on the gram. I took my initials. Profession's been a banker, born in '85. So.
I'm just saying, like, you know,
my name is right underneath.
They look for, but like if a lot of times when they go, they just put your name in, and if it don't come up,
it don't come up.
If you type in Keyshawn Brown KJ, it'll come up.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, but some people it's very difficult to find. Some people, man, it is difficult.
But it's very important to keep that brand consistent. I mean, just you know, if you got that one, keep it one all across
that's the thing,
your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Twitter,
because when people know your name,
Facebook, all
especially
of that,
big
keep it
time
the
directors,
same.
if they like you and they go to your page and they see it, they'll always remember your name.
It's right there.
Create that brand and keep it.
I do be trying to build up my followers. I have like 2,100.
Women can go on there and wear a swimsuit. And then they got like 1,000 followers. Body just banging.
True.
Yeah.
You know, the moment I put my Instagram as an actor, I started getting followers like that, and it was. I've always had a lot of followers already, but still
using the right hashtags, but networking in person stuff. I mean, it's very important to meet people and to greet them and just let them get to know you as a person. And you'll be surprised at the phone calls you get and emailing you the opportunities that just because, you know, they met and they saw you and they just like y'all were talking about fishing or golfing or whatever that didn't have nothing to do with the industry. But because you might have given them some tip some financial tip, they were like, you know what, I just like that dude. You know what I'm saying? And they will give you this opportunity. So it really is about being a person in real life and showing that part of yourself as well.
Because I cosplay too, and I get followers just from cosplaying.
Do y'all know who Alpha Tyler is?
Almost sounds familiar.
Alpha Tyler used to be one of Tyler Perry's #1 casting directors. She's not anymore. She moved to Florida. She's doing something else. Then, because she started working for BET, then she went down to Savannah and started teaching kids. But she was his #1 casting director, and she personally would call for me to come and audition for something with Tyler Perry. And I would go, and she remembers, and she auditions thousands of people. But if she's somebody that stick out, she gonna remember that name, and she gonna go and look at your social media quite often. So, so that's what I'm saying. Like that stuff like that is very important. So, and then she'll tell you like, and she will tell you like I could not find you. So, what is the problem? You know. But at the end,
2 minutes. Have we got 2 minutes?
Yeah. What's good?
Okay, we got a little something for you and Penny. Do we have time? This is the season to give.
Go ahead on Santa. Go ahead on Santa.
You get the gold one.
What? Penny, come get your bag.
Penny, come get your gift.
It's the money he owe you.
Yes.
Yeah, this the money.
Miss Penny gets the red bag. You can see what's in your bag. We're giving you some wonderful gifts.
It's a free ticket.
Take your time.
So M&M's. That's all I got.
Then her stuff is different than your
just
stuff.
Just for this one bag.
Come up there.
You got a whole lot of those stuff in there.
Sharpie.
Sir. Because and I'm gonna tell you why in a moment.
Spiral notebook.
She bought me the school supplies.
Pens. She's telling me to go to school.
Highlighter.
Yes.
She's telling me I need to take
that's scripts, man.
See,
pencils and Sharpie.
Because you are a businessman, man. And because you got to ink them, multi-billion-dollar, million-dollar deals. You can't. I mean, what you need a pen. You need a pen. You got to have your tools together. Your Sharpies. You do your pencils for your script, your cast, your crew.
I appreciate it.
Some little stuff, some little office supplies
Penny.
you can use.
Penny is always busy. Penny is, okay, so y'all don't know this, but Penny is the queen of WCEG Network.
Okay.
She owns...
I know the queen is.
There you go.
Yeah.
The money
everybody wants to know that.
The money they owe you is in that bag.
You gotta just let us know if this works for you. Oh yes,
and
yes,
so,
it does. We so
on that note,
show, yes.
I got me a little present that's making my day. I feel great.
Yes. So when this one right here is bugging you, getting on your nerves, she's got a wonderful little coffee or teacup, and plus the
I thought you were gonna say she got some.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say she got some spray in there.
I thought you looked in there and see what else. And we got some.
I thought you were gonna say she got some pepper spray in there. No, that's what you say. There you got a little. She got some little pepper spray in there
to calm her nerves. That nice holiday-ish Christmas, mug. But then also the Christmas little serving trays in there, so you can use those anytime, for any thing that you're serving.
Well, I thank you very much. We had Christmas early, Mrs. Clark.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. But
she coming here. I should have known something. She coming here with the Santa Claus hat on.
Well, it's the extension of Tuesday giving. But see, I'm one of those people. Every day is a good day to give. Just 24/7, 365. So every day is a good day to give.
I told her I was Santa when we knocked on the door. Like, who is this? Who out here? I was like, Santa Claus.
See.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in to WCEG Talk Radio. WCEGWOOD The Hollywood of the South on WCEGTalkRadio.com.
Yes.
Tune in next week. I have someone to come in that I'll be interviewing, and then the second half of the show I will be totally talking about human trafficking. And if you have not seen the news, it is on level 1. The news have put out a warning to let people know to watch out and be careful of people snatching young kids up, boys and girls. So I need people to be aware of that. We're going to talk about that in depth next week. It's been a crazy time, and it really touched home with me because I have a daughter, and my daughter means everything to me, and I'm just always telling her, Mom, please watch her. Like, because my daughter, she's like a little doll baby, literally. So I always have to tell her, please be careful and watch her all the time. If anybody saw one of our shows earlier this year, we had a show where I talked about human trafficking, and they started calling in and threatened to hang us from the back of our house if we continue talking about it. That show is on WCEG Network right now. You can go and check that out. We had to take it and turn it into the police, but we were threatened on air. It was a very interesting day. Very interesting day. But it is real, and that moment right there told me how real it was. So please be aware of what's going on in the world around you. They're not only taking them for sex, but they're also taking the body parts. They're taking livers, hearts, brains, everything in that market, and they're taking it from our black people because they don't consider us liable or valuable people. So we're going to talk about that next week on WCEGWOOD, the Hollywood of the South. Tune in. God bless you, and good night.
Good night, everybody.
Night. Deuces. Did you catch Harriet, bro?